Now I'm going to explain to you how to use this 10-day fat burning meal plan. It's designed for burning fat. Okay, so we reduce our sugar intake in our food, so we cut out certain things. Doesn't mean that we never ever eat these things, for instance your breads, your pastas, rice and white potatoes. You can still eat it if you want. It's an individual choice. Normally when people come back to me and say, look, I've not really seen results, I've not really changed much, then I would find out that they would eat these types of foods and I'll be like, well, you're eating too much bread. And yeah, but I bake it myself. Well, it's still not that great for fat loss. So what you need to do is sometimes just bring down kind of those refined carbohydrates. So we still eat plenty of carbohydrates on this planet through, we eat fruits, we eat all of our vegetables, and then of course we eat but different varieties of meat. So your chicken, your fish, red meat, pork, all of those things as well. And it's personal choice what you would like to eat off the plant, but I'll explain that to you in a minute. So like I said, it's about reducing the sugar intake, and that's what helps you burn body fat rather than storing body fat. Right, let's get to the plan. So as you can see in front of you, when you scroll down, you've got your 10 days. You've got day 1 and day 5, day 2 and day 6, and so they go on until they get to day 8 and day 10. And on there you have 3 meals a day. It's not about the size of the meal, it's about the quality of the nutrients within the food that you're eating. So sometimes the smallest portions can make you feel really full, so you don't need as much food. And that's the beauty of eating less sugar and basically just lowering the carbs a little bit. If you eat a lot of that, it normally brings on cravings and hunger. And that's why people on low-fat diets, and we don't do a diet by the way, this is a natural way of eating. This is a really nice, easy, healthy way of eating with good, healthy options. So we feel full. We don't have as much cravings. We don't get that hunger all the time because we are not actually fueling the fire. So we're not creating something that's making us more hungry, like eating loads of sugar and eating a lot of carbohydrates. So yes, our meals can be smaller. So when you look at the portions and you think, well, that doesn't look very big, it's because the power of the meal is so much better. So you will feel full for much, much longer. A lot of people said to me at the start, they were like, oh, I don't know, I normally eat 5 to 6 meals a day and I snack. And I go, yeah, but it's because you're constantly fueling that fire of hunger and you're eating the wrong stuff. And then on this way of eating, after a few days, they come back and normally say to me, I can't eat the 3 meals a day anymore. I can only do 2 or I can only do 1. I feel full. Great, that's what you want. That's what you want to feel. It's not the more that you eat, the more you're going to lose. That is a bad, bad myth, because that's when they just want to sell you loads of food. It's about eating good quality food so you feel full, you function properly, your energy levels are through the roof, and you can do whatever you want whilst getting a nice lean body. So we try and stick to a maximum of 3 meals a day. If you really need to snack, almonds, Brazil nuts, things like that, walnuts, they're not too bad, a little handful like that. Now, by the way, this is a handful of meat, that, okay? And that's a small handful. So when you can close your fingers, that's a small handful. If you want to eat a little bit more, eat a little bit more to ease yourself into the plan. If you find it maybe very hard. Some people here and there will feel more hungry because of how they've eaten before. And some people will feel fine from day 1. Okay, so just eat that little bit more. So 3 meals a day is what I kind of recommend to stick with, because it's a good way of eating if you eat 3 solid meals a day. All the food on the plan you can swap around. You can take something from day 1, meal 1, and put it on day 10, meal 3. Doesn't matter. Anything can go anywhere on the plan. If you don't like fish, replace it with red meat. If you don't like red meat, replace it with fish. If you don't like fish, replace it with chicken. If you don't like chicken, replace it with pork. That's how you can do it. So that's how you make the plan into your own version of what you want it to be. So you individualize the plan, you personalize the plan more for you. And that's the beauty of all of my meal plans. People can create something for themselves and for their family that they can use weekly, and it makes it easier for them. I give you the menu, I give you all the options. You can follow it as laid out, or you can make it into what you want it to be. You've got everything there. Most of them show you the recipes, so it's easy to follow. Just do with it what you want and you will get results. If you stick to the basic principles of the plan, you're going to get results. If you don't like broccoli, replace it with cauliflower. If you don't like cauliflower, replace it with fine beans. So all the ingredients can also be swapped around, or you can just ask me. You can just send me a message and say, look, I don't like this. What can I swap that for? I don't like avocado. Can I swap for something else? Yeah, swap it for olives, or swap it for broccoli, or swap it for courgette, anything like that, you are allowed to change the plan. As long as you kind of stick to those types of foods, you'll be fine. I did reduce the sugar intake on this particular plan, as I've told you from the start, by also bringing down the fruit intake, because fruit is full of sugar. Some fruits not as much, but a lot of people keep getting the cravings when they consume fruit. So just for a short period of time, I just reduced it. And again, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to eat it. You can go and have anything that you want. But if you really want to see a change, stick to the plan. You wanted the plan, stick to the plan and see how it goes. So you've got your 3 meals a day. You can eat 2 meals a day. You can eat 1 meal a day. Drink water. Water is good. Water is always going to help you the most, and it will again bring down the cravings. You can have teas, you can have coffees. Use full fat products. Full fat milk, double cream, no sweeteners. Get rid of the sweeteners. And also, some people add a bit of butter, unsalted butter, into their coffee. Honestly, it sounds disgusting. It's really nice. It's like a latte. It's very, very nice. Now they're hooked on it, and I have to try and get them off it. So you can do that as well. But try and steer clear from the sweeteners. If you can't get rid of it at the start, just reduce it. I find it better just to say no to it and get on with it. And then you'll see that change. Unsweetened almond milk also works. So yes, you can have your teas and your coffees, but look, in total, you really just want 3 cups of caffeine for the day. You don't really want more than that. And also remember, fluid will go and sit in your stomach. So after a while, you're like, oh, well, my stomach's not really going down. It's because you're just drinking tons and tons of fluid. Have the water when you're thirsty, drink and enjoy your coffee and your tea every now and again. Don't overdo it. So those are the basic kind of main principles. And like I said, use full fat products. So cook in unsalted butter or coconut oil. Use olive oil to pour over food at room temperature. So you can put it on your salads. Even when you finish the meal, you can pour it over that as well. And then if you cook in the oven, then I pour olive oil over my food to cook in the oven because it burns in the pan, okay? So they've kind of, quite a few times they said that people have to be careful with cooking in olive oil. I know they say that it's healthy, and it is healthy, but it's just the way it's been used, that's all. So those are the 3 methods of cooking. Try and, when you also cook, to save time, you can put all your ingredients. You'll see some of my things, I separate my ingredients because I like individual taste. So sometimes I don't like doing everything as a stir fry. I find stir fries extremely boring. I think it's a dull food. I don't think it's anything nice to it. But you can do it like that. You make it into what you want to make it. And that's the beauty of this plan. If you're going to exercise. I wouldn't recommend eating before you go training because you want to burn your fat. You don't want to eat and give your body something to use in order, rather than using your own body fat for its own fuel. So that's another thing that you can do. Try not to eat too late at night. There's no reason for you to eat at 10. If you're going to go to bed, why would you eat? Sometimes it's just better just to let it go, and the next morning you'll find that you're not hungry at all because you just let it be. Sometimes if you eat late at night, you wake up really, really hungry. Listen to your body. If you're not hungry, listen to your body. If your body says, I don't want food, just let it be. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Drink your water, eat your meals, and you'll be absolutely fine. Enjoy the plan. If you have any questions, all you need to do is pick up your phone, send me a message, send me an email, and I will get back to you. I'll help you through the 10 days. It's not that hard to follow. Also, your food bill comes down because you're not eating as much anymore. There's a lot of these meals like the frittata. My children love those types of things. So you can make some of these foods into children's meals as well. If you're gonna make, say for instance, a mince dish on the side and you want to add some spaghetti for them, then do so. Make it easy on yourself. You don't just have to do this and then everybody else has to eat that. A lot of this food is just natural, wholesome food that we follow, and basically most people should eat this way in order to lose their body fat and to feel a bit better and healthier as well. So enjoy the plan, like I said. Have fun with it, make it into what you want it to be. Stay away from those low-fat products that's full of sugar, additives, preservatives. Go full fat, and fat doesn't make you fat. Please, fat doesn't make you fat because you'll feel full, so you will eat a lot less. That's the beauty of it. If you eat a lot more, you're going to struggle losing the body fat. Also, don't jump on the scale every single day. That's not a good thing. Take your measurements around your waistline, feel in your clothing. If you feel your clothing's hanging loose, you know it's working. You know you're on the right track. It's about the measurements. It's never been about the weight. It's always been about the measurements. Weight doesn't mean anything. You can still weigh you can weigh less and just look not that great, or you can weigh more and look really good. It doesn't matter. It's about the inches. It's about shaping the body, getting rid of the body fat so you start seeing some nice shape. So yes, go for it. Enjoy it. Do whatever you need to do. But the plan works really, really well if you stick to it. And some of the meals also, well, most of the meals can be frozen, and you can also repeat the meals. So again, make it easy on yourself and your family. So I'll speak to you later and have fun.